their whole job is to create separation. So before I even go into anything further, I do want to mention that some of the wording that I'm going to use tonight is from the Christ Blueprint by Padma Ayan Prakasha, as well as Tal Malachi's The Gnostic Tradition of the Holy Bride, St. Mary Magdalene, because those two texts I feel bring into a more earthly, practical language some of these more expanded concepts that are just, simply hard to communicate and speak to. Um, One of the things to know about this energy is that the Antichrist energy must fully embody on this earth before Christ consciousness can appear. And we also have to understand that it's an energy field which surrounds the whole earth, which is once again controlled by archons. So, what are the archons? Well, the Sophian Gnostics describe the archons as great spiritual or cosmic forces, which are under the dominion of the demiurge, which we'll talk about in a minute, that are either admixed or dark and hostile, the spiritual and cosmic forces which dominate unenlightened society and the world, spiritual forces of ignorance. So these forces become at play when we begin to expand our consciousness. It starts to feel a bit like a whack-a-mole board. If you are solely functioning within the third dimensional realm, you may not experience much of this energy. But the second that you begin to go into your interior realm, you will begin to experience these spiritual forces. So, what are the demiurge? They are the false gods, the false creators, or the lesser gods. What we might call, what we're seeing right now, is this artificial intelligence logos that is attempting to create this metaverse for us, which we've talked about on other calls. They're the principle of cosmic ignorance from which admixture and darkness enter into creation. So, these are the more, we might say the archons can at time even have physical form, whereas the demiurge are more of this expanded power, this forces that have come into play over the last thousands of years here, especially in this physical density, and which only have a short amount of time from the creator's perspective to actually have dominion in this sandbox. So the Gnostic Sophians, they call this energy the dragon or the unmaker, the lord of forgetfulness or the lord of cosmic illusion, the chief of the archons and the shadow of which the Sophian Gnostics refer to as Satan. So I believe it's Neil Donald Walsh, and forgive me if I've misquoted this, but someone out there had said that Satan is really seeing anything as negative. And so the archons always want to get us into that negative mindset. And so that's why spirit is always saying eyes of beauty, ask for eyes of beauty if you can't see or you don't have the gratitude that you need in the moment, because the archons will always jump on any opportunity to create a situation where we forget our light, and where we kind of go into a separation consciousness, simply because that's where it's easier to, quote, protect ourselves from the human personality perspective.